worship changed my life.
I'm free, free to worship you.
I spent most of my life growing up in the theater. I actually did a lot of dancing and acting and performing. Went on to music and art, the Fame School, and that's where I really learned how to sing. Did a lot of opera, classical music, all of that stuff. When I started singing, my mom was like, "All right, we need to go to church," because all of the good singers got their start in the church. So we started going to church. To go to all these churches and listen to the choir. And we would leave after the choir. We didn't care nothing about the sermon or anything. I went to college, Hampton University, and I was in the choir there. And the first concert that we went to, and the pastor gave an altar call, and practically the whole choir went up to give their life to God.
I can't believe this love you have for me.
And I really took it serious, and I really had a strong group of believers who discipled me and held me accountable and really introduced me to this God. I met someone who introduced me to worship, and worship music was totally different than just the stuff that we were doing, just the words, just talking about God loving you and encountering you and I want you and film and all this stuff. I was just like, oh, what is this about? And then I started noticing my heart. Things just started happening in my heart. This one lady at the church I used to go to, she was like, you should lead worship. And I was like, what is that? So I started getting into leading worship and everything, and that changed everything. When I became a Christian, a believer, and just started really seeing the power of words and the power that they have to evoke an emotion and to invoke a conversation. I really, really held on to that, and I was like, if a certain type of music can do this, then how much more can music that is rich in lyrical content, that is steeped with the truth of God's word, and just knowing how, I was able to get freed up from a lot of things in my life, from, applying the word to my life. If you put that to a good song. Timing is everything. Regal was diagnosed with autism. So once we found out that he had this diagnosis, that changed everything, and we shifted all of our attention to recovering our son. These songs, this project, You Saw Me, is as a result of those times of prayer and seeking answers. And what the constant theme that he would always come back to is his love and how he sees us, and that nothing can separate us from his love. And because the world is just jacked up, we're going to have sorrow and misery and pain, but he always sees us, and he always promises to be with us through our times of hardships and challenges and pain.
You came for me.
I'm really excited about this concert, April 2nd. It's going to be just a wonderful opportunity to combine my two passions, to raise awareness for autism and to also have an opportunity for people to worship. It's at Calvary Vision Center in Blue Bell, Pennsylvania, April 2nd, 8 o'clock p.m. And it's just going to be an awesome night. I'm really excited about it. This project, You Saw Me, was produced by Stacy Harcum. It's really a really cool project because it has a different types of music. There's a Latin kind of salsa feely kind of song. Then I have like a soft rock going on there, which is the title track, You Saw Me. Then we have this really cool kind of mellow song on there. And the other one is just, I believe, just could be just an anthem, a worship anthem. Good Morning Jesus. So it's a really great project. All of the songs are really just talk about God's love for us and how He sees us and loves us, even in our brokenness, even in our weakness. You know, many of us just run away from Him all the time, but we should run to Him, especially in our places of weakness and brokenness, because He just wants to love on us. He didn't come to condemn us and to shame us. He just wants to lift us up, you know, with His love. So that's the message that we're trying to get. I'm Theresa Noye.
You see